Knock, knock.
Who's there?
What are we going to talk about?
Filming a funny commercial.
Hey!
I'm J.R. Timothy, comedy genius, and I'm here with my buddy,
Tyler.
and we are going to talk about how to film a funny commercial. So there are a lot of things to consider. Was that your jolly?
That was my jolly laugh.
There's a lot of things to consider when writing a funny commercial. Always, though, is to have the product in the forefront of your mind.
Yes, you are not making a funny video that has your product in it. You are making a commercial for your product that is going to be funny. It's still an ad. Remember that.
Comedy's a really good way to disarm someone and bring down their defenses and open them up to the idea of buying your product or selling them. Because it humanizes you, it makes you more interesting to them, and they'll pay attention a little bit longer.
I feel like humor is a very quid pro quo way of advertising. It's like, okay, you made me laugh. I'll stick around.
I'll give you 5 more seconds of my life.
Exactly.
That's how your joke should be. You hooked them with the joke, you got them to laugh a little bit. The next 5 seconds has to be crammed with really vital information that makes them interested in more. And then you can follow it up with another joke because you've earned it from all the hard work there. And that's how you should look at writing a commercial ad is you need to earn your jokes.
I like that idea of physically being able to look at your script and see joke, info, joke, info, joke, info, and making sure that your script has that. Mm-hmm. What else can we do?
You want to get detailed with the stuff that you need. Tina Fey described it best in one of her books where she would write a sketch and it required a styrofoam plate with a fish on it. They brought back something that was very ornate. It was like a silver platter with some garnish and a fish on it.
What is wrong with you, you stupid bitch?
But in order for the joke to work, it had to be a styrofoam plate with a fish. So in the script, you want to nail down the details of what is needed and what props you should have, what the person should be wearing. All of that should come into mind when you're writing your script out.
That's a great tip overall for scripts of use adjectives, be descriptive. But I think comedy definitely needs it because jokes have to be specific. You need to say if somebody is going to give a line sarcastically.
Okay.
Or overjoyed. Different ways of saying things will make those punchlines hit. And so in your script, really mapping down the way people are going to enter. If somebody falls through the ground,
Mother.
Are they going to stand up? Are they going to
pop
up? Are they going to act like they're embarrassed?
I'm okay.
In your script, really break down how you want those characters to act, and that will allow your actors to really embody those roles, and you'll get a better performance afterward. So JR, once you've got your script kind of working out, what's the next thing that you can work in there to make a comedy?
The next thing I look at after I finish the script is props. What kind of props are you going to use to help the jokes land?
Some of the go-tos, oversized. Anything oversized? It's funny.
Funny because it's bigger than a normal hat.
Breaking's always good.
Breaking is universally funny.
No!
Wardrobe and accessories.
There can be a crossover with wardrobe and props. For example, Hide My Ass, that Chamber did. Well, the clothes were flying off of us.
It was just a normal set of clothes.
With some magnets and fishing lines.
Yep. So it can be very simple, but having a prop and having something just out of the normal that you can do with that really ups the value of your video.
So when looking at the script, after looking at the props, one thing that the props will do for the actors is open them up to more funny things to happen on camera. You'll get a lot more genuine reactions if you let an actor hold something and interact with it.
Is this really necessary?
Yeah!
Another thing it helps too with different props, if they're gonna break, is it creates touch. And when your actors touch each other on camera, all of a sudden there's a bigger, stronger connection. There's more that's conveyed.
Do you need to get rid of the rats in your home fast?
Be ready to have lots of props. Be ready to have the actors touching each other and interacting and being physical.
That's a great segue into the next aspect, which is physical comedy.
Yes. The less they can speak and be physical with the comedy to convey the joke, the more universal and accepted it's going to be. That's what comedy is. You can write these words down and the words will convey something and focusing on the product, but the physical actions also need to tell a story that illustrates it. Like, oh, this when I don't use this product, it makes me sad, or happy, they're...
So having that physical aspect of the comedy, whether it's slapstick or like you were talking about, just that physical reaction, people interacting with props. Some of the best cutaways that we have aren't even of lines or dialogue. It's just a quick cut to a facial expression.
Yeah.
And it just conveys everything that everybody's feeling. Make sure you're getting those facial expressions, those reactions, get variations of, oh wow, oh wow,
Yeah.
what? When I direct commercials, I always say the 10% rule. Say, hey, be excited. You do a take. Okay, be 10% more excited. Be 10% more excited. And you just keep going until the last one is, give me the most outlandish take you've ever had. And that's the one where somebody's like,
Yeah.
having those options when you are shooting and allowing that physicality to come out will really mend the humor together and really keep the piece overall, like have an overall funny ad instead of an ad with some jokes in it.
The last little part that I would say after you got the script, the props and the wardrobe and, the actors picked out and everything, as far as filming the actual commercial, watch some Buster Keaton silent films on YouTube. Like just watch a few Buster Keaton videos. There's a really good point to what he does in the sense that he films everything in a super wide shot. Having that wide establishing shot where so much of the commercial is done and the comedy happens, try to keep the jokes and the gags filmed in the wide. The only time you should punch into something closer is when you're getting people's reaction to what's going on.
Yeah, you want to let them experience the joke kind of in that natural viewpoint. You're not forcing a joke on anybody. They can just see it play out as if they're kind of standing in the room with you.
But comedy happens in the wide. That's where it should live. You can always break the rules, but you have to know the rules first before you can break the rules.
I will say one bonus tip for actually shooting your commercial. It is always great to have the, hey, wouldn't it be funny if, or what if I did that? Those are great things. Build in enough time in your shoot where, for one, get what's in the script. But do allow some kind of extra time. I always build in a lot of padding into my comedy shoots.
Absolutely. Give padding to your actors to give them a chance to be funny creative, especially if they're actors who are funny and creative.
Allow for some variation. And then also when you do have jokes, we actually write in alt jokes in the script. They just say alt. And it's just a couple different ones. So you can try, when you're editing, you can try out jokes and see which ones blend together and which ones mash.
Like we said earlier, when you get the hook, sales information, and the joke, in those little joke lines, they're normally just quick one-liners. So that's where we do a lot of different alts, where we just fire off a bunch of different lines.
Yep. Shoots can be stressful.
They will be stressful.
You got a lot of money. You got a lot of people going on. You got to get what you get. You're very time crunched. And so it's hard to be funny when you're stressed. So build in that extra time.
Typically in commercials, the last call to action is like the company logo and they fade out or they cut away, something like that.
Boring!
It's boring. What we do is actually do the final call to action and then just let the actor go for the next 20 seconds to a minute.
If you've earned that view to that point,
give it to him.
Just ring it out.
Yeah.
Because at that point, you've said everything that you want to say. You've gotten all
because you focused on the product the whole time.
Exactly.
And now you can be creative and funny and reward the viewer.
If they drop off, who cares? You already said what you did. And so this is when we just have fun. It's the junk drawer of every joke that we wanted to do, every pun that we wanted to do. When we're on set, that last shot will be like 5 minutes long. Because we'll just keep yelling alt lines to him. Oh, say this. Oh, do that. And then it can just keep
That's
going.
why my wife left me.
Yeah. Don't be afraid. Really use that. It's not going to cost you any more money to have them keep watching. It doesn't cost any more money to have a minute 30 ad versus a minute. Like, if you're going to do it, if you have to pay for it, like...
Unless you're on TV, the time doesn't matter. All the good sales information in the beginning, and then as the commercial goes longer, you can get more and more fun because all of the important sales message that gets them to click away and go buy the product or they have more questions, they keep watching. Those are some tips to film a funny commercial.
Yeah. Thank you, JR. Thank you for giving us some of your creative genius.
Oh, you're welcome. Stop it.
So blessed.
Stop it. I'm so embarrassed, guys. This is stop the applause. Oh my gosh.
Thank you for watching. If you have any questions about some of the things that we talked about in comedy, you're still not figuring out, let us know. We'll try to break it down a little bit more for you.
Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. We want to talk to you more, so talk to us. Is that weird?
Call me on my cell phone.
Cell phone. I'm at a payphone trying to call home. All of my change I spent on you. Watch us get flagged for that. Now take this information and go make something awesome.
And fun.
Yeah. Oh, you're still here? Come on, scroll away. We're working on the next video. Yeah.
That's not even your computer.
No. I stole it.